Well, hello, class. Welcome to this first week of Marriage and Family Systems. My name is Brian Smith. I'm excited to be your professor for the class. This is a picture of my family. If I were you, I'd want to know, well, what qualifies this guy to teach this class? Well, one of the things is I am married and I have a family. This is a picture from my daughter's recent wedding. In case you're wondering who I am the balding guy. Actually, more than balding, bald guy here on the far right. This is my wife, Elizabeth. We have been married. It will be 30 years this year. And she is also a professor at Moody. She teaches the children and family ministry. She's the supervisor of the entire department at Moody. She also teaches online. This is my lovely daughter, Caitlin. She just got married. She's our middle child. This is Caleb. He is also married. He's a Moody graduate. He just graduated from Trinity Seminary. And then this is Josh. Josh is our youngest, though tallest, and he is also a Moody grad. So that's our family. The other thing you might want to know about me is I'm a pastor. So you can call me Pastor Brian. Our family planted, and I pastor a small church in Illinois. So that's a little bit about me. Let's go over your first week's assignments. And if you have not done so already, please go to the discussion boards and under introductions, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you live, how old you are. Tell us something interesting about yourself. Do you hold any Guinness Book World Records? Did you win America's Got Talent? Do you have a dog? Something interesting about yourself, and then interact with one another. It's always great if you could post a picture of yourself. That way you can look your fellow classmates in the eye and see who they are. So do that. And then there are three things you are doing this first week. Two of them are discussion board posts. The first one is real simple. What do you hope to learn from taking this particular class? Be brief and respond to at least two others who post their response. Maybe you are right out of high school and you're not dating. Some of you are engaged. Some of you have been married for a long time. Some of you want to learn more about family. Some of you want to be marriage and family in that type of ministry. So tell us what you're hoping to get out of the class, and that would help me also to get to know you a little bit. So that's very simple, a discussion board post. The second thing is a second discussion board post. Discuss what some of the modern day thoughts are within the Christian subculture as to how one finds a mate. Express your thoughts as to whether one is considered more biblically sound than another. Incorporate thoughts gathered from this book, Five Paths to the Love of Your Life. After finishing your first post, provide a reply to at least two others. So your first post is due by Friday evening, and then you want to respond before the next Monday night. This book has 5 essays with different philosophies of how to find a spouse. There's courtship and betrothal, and maybe some of you are familiar with some of these. You know people who have been brought up in these different schools of thought. What is your thought on them? You do not need to read this book in depth. The syllabus says to skim it. You want to be able to understand the 5 different paths and write a post concerning them. The other main thing that we want you to do this week is get a head start on reading the Hollinger book, The Meaning of Sex. This is a textbook, and you're going to read the entire book, and then week 3, you're going to write a 2-page response paper. So here's the actual assignment. You will write, and this covers all your response papers, you will write 7 reflection papers on the assigned readings. One of the reflections will be 2 full pages in length, that's this one, double spaced, and should describe the significant points plus the strengths and weaknesses of the book. The 6 remaining reflections will be 1 full page in length, double spaced, and should describe the significant points of the book. Now, in the syllabus it says this: you are not to simply summarize the content of each book, but are to interact with and reflect on the main ideas and positions presented. Let me just add to this, there's no way you're going to be able to interact with every chapter in this book, and there's some pretty diverse things going on throughout the book. So I'm going to encourage you, at least with this one assignment, to zero in on 2 of the chapters as opposed to all of them. Show that you understand what he's saying, and then you reflect and interact with what you think he's saying. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What kind of thoughts do you have on the reading? So that's week 1. We'll see you for week 2.